And hello everyone, and welcome to my live show, my evening show. And this is about waking up to the narcissist, okay, in your life. Whether this be any family members, whether this would be a lover, a partner, husband, whoever this may be in your life here. And it's gradually waking up to this and healing yourself. This channel's about healing, okay. What I'm going to do is just bring the chat up here because this is a live interactive show. It is about narcissism, this show, on a Thursday, okay. Thursday's show is afternoon late show, is waking up to the narcissist, okay. So I'm not sure what we covered last week, but I'm going to look at this week, which will tie into last week's. Well, let's have a look. Hello everyone and welcome. So this is about this is something else that I'm interested in, which is narcissism, and this is going to be every kind of Thursday. This is every Thursday. So anybody that's been affected by this kind of thing and have woken up to this, you can put your comments there. Okay, sorry about the connection, guys. You can put your comments there. Thank you. A little bit. Yeah, I did get some other new ones, but they didn't fit me, but I like these better. Thanks. These glasses. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. Just it takes a bit, I think it takes about 3 days, doesn't it, to get over a migraine. So I'm kind of still pulling out of that. And I don't get them that often, not unless I'm very tired or there's fumes. I think car fumes tend to spark it off. Hello there. Hi, everyone. I am a little bit back. Thank you. Oh, you're so wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so okay, so hi everyone, and okay, I'm talking about narcissism and waking up to the narcissist. So anybody that's actually gone through this can help by putting your comments in the comment section. Thank you for your lovely comments there. I'm sure you have, because this is something that is a phenomena, is narcissism now. It's like educating yourself about narcissism. Also, narcissistic people educated, they probably don't even know that they're narcissists. Thank you. You've got great comments. Thank you so much. So there's lots of education here on YouTube. And even if somebody is borderline, they can find out, you know, maybe they can be cured, but a lot of them can't be cured because their brain has been kind of hardwired. Okay. Well, it is a serious subject, and you know, when I talk about narcissism, I find it quite upsetting because I've also been affected by this. Shall I tell you how it works? Now, narcissistic supply. Now, if you've got, say, if you've got a parent and your parent is narcissistic, and what triggers the narcissist to get supply off you is to actually trigger an emotional event from you. And that is to make a child cry, or even if you're a grown-up adult and you still have this narcissistic parent who just loves to see you upset and celebrates your bad times and not your good times. Okay. And growing up with a narcissistic parent, this is very, very confusing, very, very confusing, because you are baited with unconditional love, and this is not just you know, an abusive parent. It could be also an abusive partner, and it's a cycle. It's a cycle. And it takes a long time to wake up to this cycle, because, you know, your parents, you're supposed to love, and telling the world that, you know, my parent didn't really love me, and if they did, it was very strange kind of love. And people don't tend to listen, and they think there's something actually wrong with you. But what they do, what narcissists do anyway, whether it's your parents, whether it's your partner, whoever it is, but they see you as, they see naivety in a child. And you see, naivety in anybody is like a big kind of neon sign to say, please abuse me. That's what naivety does to a narcissist. They see that as, wow, narcissistic supply in kind of, you know, bucket loads. So there you are, very naive, you know, looking very kind of doe-eyed, as I would have done as a child. And very vulnerable as well, very vulnerable as a child. So everything makes you jump, you know. A parent can go like that and make you jump. Well, that's, to a narcissist, that's narcissistic supply. You may see people do this, narcissists do this to dogs and cats and animals, and then you know, the dogs and cats are very nervous, and they just think it's they think it's funny to, so you've got your heart in your mouth because you've just been made to jump and you're scared. And what it is, you know, when you're a child, that's seen as you know, teasing you. But what it is really is kind of it's not teasing you. It's like evoking some kind of reaction. And to me, that's to a child, that's scary. That is scary to a child. When a narcissist sees even a baby, if a narcissist sees a baby and that baby has no control and is very naive, and I'm trying to get in the mindset here of an abuser, but it's very difficult because I'm like an empath. But it's kind of, if you see a child, I don't know, the narcissist would pull the child's hair while brushing the hair, and hear that child scream, and that is like, that's narcissistic abuse. Because what it is with narcissists, they cannot bear to see anybody who is who has, you know, anybody who's able, because a child is able of unconditional love, and they are showing everybody unconditional love, and they're very needy children, and they need to be recognized and validated. Well, anybody that wants to be validated like a child growing up, and there's a narcissist as a caregiver, then they would see that as like, oh, that's my victim, because I can put that person through torture, and I will never give that child unconditional love. So that's an abusive parent, okay, and that goes on into you know, into teenagers, and it really messes with your head. And also, this is an old way of bringing up children, and It's an old-fashioned way, and you may say, well, you know, that's the way it used to be. It is, but what are you going to do if you're going to prod and poke and provoke a child to scream and cry and all of this? What's that going to do to that child when that child gets older? You know, if they're just going to do that because that child is too cute, that child is too vulnerable, that child is too weak, that I am just going to use that child as like my kind of prodding kind, so I can get, you know, take all of my crap out on that child, and you know, and just get, you know, and just get unconditional love back. What is it going to do to that child? And you know, a lot of people in adult years have to go and seek therapy because of the way, you know, they don't understand why they were treated like this as children, just to extract some kind of you know, some kind of narcissistic supply. Okay. So I won't go too deep into that as a child, but it's something that narcissists hate you if you are naive, and a lot of females get you know, apparently there's more narcissistic men than there are women, and a lot of women get targeted because we've got a soft voice. Okay. We've got soft voices, we're very giving, we're very caring, and you know, when we've got this soft voice that's very caring, and you want to care for people, and you're naturally an empath, and you come across as quite sensitive, but you may not be sensitive, you may be quite strong but sensitive, but you may be an empath, but quite strong. But the way a narcissist perceives somebody who is like, say, like myself, that they see somebody who's still got compassion, who still knows how to love, who still wants love in return, wants unconditional love, believes in unconditional love, and they see, say, like a female, softly spoken, they see that enrages, that kind of person enrages a narcissist. And you know, they don't know, you know, you could be really soft on the outside and very feminine, but inside very strong as a woman. But it's something that the narcissist hates, is that if you are very softly spoken, also intelligent, and that you still have a wonderful heart, and it's very, very loving, and you know, you still show empathy and compassion, and none of that has been damaged by your upbringing. And a narcissist will possibly have had narcissistic parents that treated them like I just said, and then when they see that softness, that love that's exuding from you, and you know, that caring side of you, they just see that they hate that. They hate it, and they just want to abuse it. They just want to take away your, you know, your lovely self, and destroy you. That's what they want to do. And by doing this, they can't believe that, they feel that they want to be you, and it's like, oh my goodness, you know, it's like they think like this, oh my goodness, you know, how come you're like this? You know, underneath all of that, are you raging? Are you raging underneath, you know, this act here of yours? Are you raging? Is that, in fact, I had somebody say that to me once, said to me, Are you really nice as that? Or inside are you raging? If you ever get a question like that, guys, you're talking to a narcissist, okay? You're talking to a narcissist, especially if they question your softness, your empathy, and your compassion. If they question that and then start to prod that, that you've got a narcissist on your hand. If they can't, you know, if any human being cannot accept that there's people who've got softer tone of voice, who can come across as very sweet and lovely and all of that kind of thing, and see you as just something that they can destroy, then there's something wrong with those people. There's something wrong with those people. And that's why women tend to get targeted by narcissists. And it is a horrible thing. It's a horrible phenomena. Okay. So you could be going around your daily business with your sweet, talking voice and being very caring and sharing to others. And you've got somebody there cannot believe, like, you're too good to be true, and they can't believe that there are human beings out there who are innately caring, and this is what I think it's really disturbing, actually. It's really disturbing when they start to ask questions like, is that really you? Or are you screaming inside, really? Or is that really who you are? What you're extending at, which to me, that is like a very kind of abnormal question. Yeah, so hello everyone. Yeah, and again, it's patience. Yeah, it is, Alexandra. It's like, you're so gentle, you're a caregiver, and they do test you, because, you know, they are narcissists and they don't believe that you are truly like that. And it rages them. It enrages, before you even get into a relationship, they hate you for this. It enrages them, okay? Because they see this thing that you got here that's authentic, and it's empathic, and it's something that they had taken away from them, okay? At some point in their lives, I feel. A lot of these narcissists have been abused as children or teenagers, and then they stop growing at that age. Yeah, the worst thing is, as well, which really enrages a narcissist, is, and you don't want to enrage a narcissist, but you don't want to tread eggshells around them either, because you are who you are. If you are softly spoken, very feminine, very empathic, very kind of genuinely compassionate and empathic, as I've said, and along with that, you are intelligent, okay? You are very intelligent, very logically thinking too. You're logically thinking, you are spatially thinking, you can work out things, you are very good at reasoning, you're very good at you know, negotiating. You're a normal human being. You're a normal human being. So when the narcissist sees that in you, they can't believe that you're actually a very softly spoken person, but the rest of it as well is like unbelievable. So they do kind of they do love bomb you at this stage, okay? They do love bomb you at this stage, but deep down they hate you. They hate you because you have this lovely inner kind of shine, okay? They hate you for that. And they have this as well. They're very kind of misogynistic, a narcissist. And they have this like false sense of superiority over females. And this is why you don't get this equal pay in England. We haven't got equal pay, can you believe, as men in England for doing the same job. So there is this false sense of superiority. Elaine, Yvonne, are narcissists jealous in relationships? Yes, very much so. Because as I've said, the reason they hate you in the beginning is an innate sense of envy and jealousy. That is the bottom core, that is the core cause of, because they envy and they're jealous of people of what they don't have, that they perceive that other people possess, okay? They perceive that if somebody's doing better than them, or that the person next door's got a better car, or they have to go one step further, they have to up the ante. And that can be anything. You can, you're born with what you've got. What I see, you're born with what you've got and your looks and that. But, I treat people as equal. It doesn't matter to me if you are divorced, single, if you are a dwarf, if you are, I'm trying to be diverse here, so don't take this. I don't care what colour you are. I don't care if you're absolutely gorgeous. I see you as the person that you are. But the narcissist looks at a person and kind of puts them in categories. Okay, oh well, you're better than me, or you're not as good as me. You haven't got the material status as I have, so you're not as good as me. And they see it as like competition. So, okay, so yeah, so they do have to have the attention on them. And, if you've got a group of people that are talking and they are negotiating on matters, or they're having a debate, a fair debate with each other, you will get the narcissist who will get irritated by this, that you're all being very rational in mind. Okay, yeah, it sounds like the game profile, yeah. Like I hate that, not that normal gentle person over that. I hate that person. And it's like they will suddenly erupt into a rage and say, well, I don't think so. I don't think so, because what they need is all the attention to be brought back onto them, because they cannot stand these, as they see it, this superior position that they have. They cannot stand all these other kind of minions, as they see it, minions, okay, getting the attention. So they have to bring the attention, and it's so damn frustrating when you're trying to have a discussion. It's like you can only have so long in the presence of a narcissist before they get angry. Whether that is it's a cycle, whether it's a few hours, a day, it depends how bad they are. You could spend a few hours and suddenly they start to rage at you, and then they will get it out of their system and rage at you for their hurts of their own, that they just want to rage that at you, and then they feel much better because they've got it out of their system. And then it go through the calming phase, and then it gets back to the love bombing phase, and and then it's like they get peed off and they get pissy and they start all over again with this. Okay, it's like they've got to take it out of someone. Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, sorry to hear about that, Sister Mary. Hi, just my opinion. I was ruined to picked abusive man because I thought I felt normal and that's what I deserved. oh, you didn't deserve that at all. Some people should not be parents. Absolutely. You never know when the rages are coming. You are left shaking. Yeah, the rages are teeth chattering. The rages are teeth shattering. They're shocking. They blow you away, and they sit with you for like the next day, the narcissist will say, "Oh well, we just had a row, and we had this row, and it's over now. So let's just move on." And that's how narcissists think. They think, "Oh, it's over, and let's just forget it." Don't be so sensitive. That's another saying they say. Don't be so damn sensitive. It was just we just had cross wires. We just clash, and that's not the case. Okay, that is not the case. It's the case is this person's got personality disorder, and you happen to be one of their targets who they like to take it out of until you get tired of it, Okay, when they get older, this energy gets worse. They stop looking for positive energy. They're bored with that. They want to get to the core of this energy, which is negative energy. They don't want this you buying them flowers, you giving them adoration, you complimenting them. They don't want that anymore. As they get older, it gets worse, and then they move on to this hardcore kind of negative. So they do get worse. Okay, and you try your best, bend over backwards, thinking, why did I deserve that? All I did was go to visit that person, and what I get is just blasted away with these cruel words, and every time my heart is broken. So whether this is a family member, whoever this could be, this only gets worse over time. And yeah, it's the thing is as well, they go for the negative, and they go straight for the jugular when they get older, and it's so unbearable. And this is also in relationships. If you've been in a long-term relationship with a narcissist, or you're trying to have a long-term relationship, shall I say, with a narcissist, it gets worse as the relationship gets on, and it becomes like you're the reason for their nightmare of a life, and it's all your fault, and you're all to blame for it. Why? And they also have smeared you at this time, at this point in time, because they've smear campaign to all of their family, saying it's all your fault, it's you did this, you did that, and all that kind of thing. So and you can't even tell them as it is when they get to that stage, which is chronic. Okay, you can't even say to this narcissist, you can't tell them as it is. You can't tell. You can. I bet most of you people who've experienced narcissism have not been able to tell them how they feel. You may have gone to the narcissist. You may have written letters to a narcissist saying, "Please don't speak to me like this. Please don't talk to me like this. Please don't call me fat and ugly and all of this. Please don't do this. It's hurtful. I'm not going to come to visit you or meet with you again if you do this." You may have said all of this, and they have said, what rubbish, what rubbish to them. When you say it as it is, that means to them, it's clocking in their head that, okay, I've actually got to this person, and this is upsetting this person, so this is giving me supply. That's what they feel. That's what they think when you actually pull them up for their behavior. Okay. okay, I can do, you know, I can do this again. And this is going to really, but at this point, you've actually warned this person, if they do it again, they will not see you anymore. And so after this, they come back and they will kind of love bomb you. But the love bombing is baiting. They will bait you, because what they're trying to do is to extract more of that narcissistic supply, because that's what that is. When they see you in pain, okay, when they see you distraught, on your last legs with your, you know, you're on your last legs with this, you can't take any more, you've said your piece, and you could say, I can't take this anymore. And they're actually extracting that from you and thinking, I have really made that person feel terrible, hurt, heartbroken, broken inside because of my behavior. But now this person is equal to me. Okay, this person is now equal to me, and they feel exactly the same as me. And you may not feel like exactly the same as them, because you still have a core identity, you still have a core empathic nature, and you still have lots of compassion for the world. So how can they ever be equal to you? Okay, so yeah, so I do get this. And when you kind of rip off that mask of theirs, they try to bait you. They'll say, come back, you know, no, don't worry about the money. I will pay for everything. Don't worry about that you owe me. That's fine. They will bait you to make you feel guilty and blaming you for everything. Yeah, Verna, yeah, it's Megan's baiting. Well, you know, we'd have to see that in the future. It's interesting, isn't it, the narcissistic personality disorder? But they do bait you. When you've had conflict, they bait you back. And, you know, they bait you back because, not because of you, they bait you back because they want supply from you. They want to hear all about your sad stories. Oh, you went to hospital to have that cancer clear. Okay, you had it all cut out, did you? Did you have it all cut out? Did they open a big incision? And it's like, it's horrible, it's evil that they want to hear all the gory details of, oh, you collapsed, did you, in the bank, and they had to, what, they had to give you cardiac massage, but you are getting old now, aren't you? And, you know, these people are poisonous, they really are, and they feed off it, and they try to keep a lovely, underneath their absolute evil. Underneath this, oh, you did you? You actually go through that, did you? And underneath they're thinking, oh, wow, how lovely is that you're getting that much pain? And, you know, I'm feeding off that. And on top of that, they're putting on this lovely, sweet smile. You know, that they're being, you know, supportive, but they're not. They're just feeding off you. And yeah, they get, especially as time goes on, that gets violence. You know, then they become violent. They try to get you to lash out first, so they can blame you. But I think at that point, when you know it's a hopeless kind of case, and you've tried all you can, okay, you've actually binged watched all of these narcissistic videos on YouTube to try to work this thing out, and you realize there's lots and lots of people out there too, but they do up the ante. But at that point you think, I can't cope with this, I can't do this anymore, and you start to binge watch all these videos, and you kind of think, well, I've come to the end of this, because, you know, that they're just looking for any kind of way to cause upset. They will start a row in the middle of the family. They will start a row in the middle of the street. It's all about baiting you for conflict. and then they will have this big rage and blame, teeth shattering rage. Okay, teeth shattering rage that really scares you to death, and then it's like it's back to the baiting and the love bombing, and bringing you back into, you know, and then it's pressing your buttons again, pressing your buttons, you know, and it's like all the time. What they want to do is just rage at you all the time inside. That's how they feel, because you to them are epitome of someone who, if they're old, you're somebody who's still got their youth. If they're old, that you're somebody who reminds them of them when they were younger, and they've lost all those days. If you are younger than them, they will take out all of their all of that, feed off your energy, provoke you. Every single thing that they know about you, they will provoke you with. They'll find out all of your vulnerabilities. Hi everyone, thanks for being here. They will look at your vulnerable buttons, they'll press your vulnerable buttons and feed off your despair. They do, until you kind of wake up. Until you wake up and you say to yourself, and you kind of realize that this person, there's no unconditional love. There's no unconditional love from these people. There is no unconditional love. And when you realize that I you know, I'm not getting anything from this person but hurt, upset, yeah, energy vampires, absolutely. I'm like the sacrificial lamb here for everything that they've been through in their damn lives, yeah. Duty paid. They found the surrogate. They found the surrogate. Duty paid. I've got to stop there. How did you know that? Anyway, okay. Yeah, it's all your fault too. Flying monkeys. And when you say your story to everyone, you know, I wish you'd believe me. This is what's happening to me. They don't believe you. They think it's you that's going crazy, because they have said, behind closed doors, can I just say, behind closed doors, nobody can see anything behind closed doors. So a narcissist will make sure that it's behind closed doors, that no one will see their fake kind of, you know, reality, the real person. And they put on this fake reality out of those door. You know, it's like, this is my home. I can treat anybody how I like in my home, and you can't stop me kind of thing. It's that kind of horrible, evil kind of energy. And the thing is, if you've been a victim of this, you have done nothing wrong. You have done nothing wrong. All you did wrong was possibly be very softly spoken, be very kind and caring, show that you care. And this person just thought they would target you just for that reason, okay, that you care and that you have a good heart. And they thought they would target you because you are, you know, I just want to emotionally use you as a punch bag, because emotional punch bag, because you remind me of me when I was younger. If it's a parent, or even if it's if it's a partner, you remind me of what I should have had when I was younger and I didn't receive. And now I'm broken. But look at you showing all your, you know, your entirety of this, you know, you have the full kind of emotional intelligence that I can never feel. So anybody that's been targeted out there, I have to say to you, it's not your fault, okay? It's not your fault. And I'm sure if you have been a victim of narcissistic abuse, you will have gone to many, many channels to see who the best person is to work this damn thing out and to prove that this is not your fault. Yeah. Yeah, so that's okay. Duty paid, yes, she with anyone but a security officer. Okay. Okay, yeah, you get a sinking in your heart when if it's family and it's done. What I can say, all I can say with narcissists, waking up to narcissists, all I can say is that they are innately envious of anybody that's normal, and they are innately jealous of anyone that's normal. And that can be anyone. It can be their children, if their children exceed them, or if their children have better opportunities than them, or if their children, you know, they want to take it out of them because emotional punch bags, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah, I just have to say, I have to just say that if anybody is going through this, I just want to say it's not your fault, okay? And Corinda, let's have a look. I was there all my life, and the last person was the teenager who drained all energy of me and drove me to suicide. My life just improved the day I kicked out of my house as a matter of speaking. Yeah. Yeah, you always find that there is a narcissistic parent if the children are leaving our home before they've even got an education, or even before they, you know, before they've kind of finished their schooling. That's usually a sign that there's narcissistic parents because they don't care about their education. They just care about themselves. And it's like it's when you've actually done your duty towards the parents. Well, they don't want to know. You know, they don't want to know. It's really sad if you've been through this. It screws you up, something terrible. Okay. There is a channel called Surviving Narcissism, and deals with subjects like games, narcissists play, lies, and things like that. Yeah, there's lots out there. I will be covering I will be covering narcissism on a weekly basis. Easy to understand too, that all of us can understand. Alethea, Yvonne, after watching some of your shows, I've come to realize that one of my sisters fits perfectly into this. I seriously thought she had a brain chemistry issue. It is how her brain works. Yeah, it's how it's wired. It's like they've got gaps in their knowledge and wiring of a normal person. So yeah, so okay. So yeah, that's my take on narcissism, and I hope that you found that interesting. And it's you know, it's an awful thing to go through, because you know, it's an awful thing to go through because you don't know how to deal with it, and especially if your parents, well, thought that they trauma bonded you by, you know, pressing your vulnerable buttons, making you cry, and all of these things that's not your fault, just because the, you know, the narcissist wanted to rage, and then they love bomb you back. Come back, you know, don't be silly, don't be so sensitive, and you go back for the whole cycle to happen all over again. So don't blame yourselves, guys, if you've been through this. And if you haven't been through this, I would look out for anyone that's that is too good to be true, or who mocks your kind of sweetness, or your kindness, or your compassionate nature. Anybody that mocks that right off the bat, I would see that as a big red flag, because they obviously hate that. Deep down, they're misogynistic. They hate softly spoken women. They just want to destroy that. Okay. Why they are misogynistic, because they feel that they got brought up by having a raw deal just for being a boy. Okay. And they've got this this idea that girls get treated better than boys, and that's where they get the hatred from. So they grow up wanting to abuse the girls, and if the more that you are like a girl, the more that you are sweet and softly spoken, the more they want to rip you apart. Okay. And cause and damage you, and all of this. Yeah, it's emotional abuse. It's nasty. And the only way that it's difficult, because you don't want to lose that very nice sensitive side of yourself just because of these narcissistic characters. So the only way is to, I feel, for narcissists to bounce off you is to it's difficult, because if they see you, they just see you as objects. They do see you as objects, narcissists. They don't see you as people, which is very difficult. They don't see you as people. They just see you like, as for myself, they would just see me as a blonde female with blue eyes who's a little bit pretty, and doesn't know what she's talking about, really. That's how a narcissist would see me. They wouldn't see me as a human being. Okay. So guys, I'm going to leave it there. Okay. Somebody said just there that they found a surrogate, because I did say that the newspapers were going to go crazy on that. Is that true, or is that just somebody saying that? Okay, let's have a look at your comments too. There are people who have some of the traits, but they don't seem to be full-blown narcissists. I feel if they're not full-blown narcissists, there is a hope there for them to change. But I think you have to really keep pointing it out about their flaws in their character for them to. They have to actually be open to change too. Or they'll just get worse. They'll end up on their own in a chair, on their own in a flat, and they won't have no one there, because nobody's going to put up with that. Hello, Eileen. I told my daughter to be a strong warrior, wear an invisible suit of armor against those types of people. Absolutely, because they do target, like I said, they target sweet, feminine kind of femininity, and they like to push females around because they're pretty, because they are soft and sweet. They don't, that's how narcissists see that kind of female. They just want to bully them, Oh, bless. Oh, I'm so sorry for your stories, guys. I really think that Wicker Woman in Brown in the surrogate. Okay, I'm not going to mention that because it's swearing. Okay. I don't. Let's see. Somebody said that they've seen the surrogate. Yeah, they would end up on their own. So you've seen a surrogate. I have to say that not all narcissists are full-blown narcissists. I think that, I mean, some people, I mean, if they're in their 80s and 90s, it's too late. They'll never change, okay. But if they're in their midlife and they realise that they got abused as a child and it's turned them into a bit of a narcissist because of the template, I think there is some kind of help and hope there. But if they kind of can say, yeah, I think I am, I have narcissistic traits and I want to change, I think that's a possibility only if they're like only borderline personality disorders. But the full-blown malignant narcissist, somatic narcissist, no, they can't change. It's their wiring is so hardwired in their brains, it's difficult to rewire. Okay. So guys, thank you. Okay. So guys, thank you for being here. Okay. Thank you for your interest in the narcissistic series that I'm doing here. And it's every Thursday. It's a little bit of an extra program for you guys. Okay. Thank you for following me. And I know that you can't wait for the next Royal show. Okay, I'll have a look. I'll look that up actually about the surrogate. Okay, so I have got a morning show tomorrow. So that because it is Friday, so I have got a morning show. So please join me tomorrow. I was a bit out of sync this week because I've had you know, I had to travel, so the show was kind of moved on to the next day. Thank you so much, and I hope you, if anybody got any learned from this, then that's great, because that's what I'm here for, is to help and support you guys. Okay, this Friday morning, which is tomorrow. Okay, and then the next one after that will be Sunday, because Saturday's my day off. So another one great tomorrow. May look at the surrogate and let's see what's going on there. So let's have a look tomorrow with the royal reading. Okay, every Thursday is about narcissism, and it's a healing show, and the rest of them is mainly about the royals or celebrities. Okay, so this is to help us to heal and grow. So sending you guys lots of love and blessings, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, and have a great day and a great evening, and everybody, and a little bit of an extra one for you, and bye for now. Bye bye.